And then that's how we widen the circle.
Right. Well, let's take that on a macro level then. What do you feel is the role or the purpose for humans on this planet? What do you feel, what gift are we bringing that the planet can't have without humanity?
It's a great question. I think in the question, though, I want to like delineate something. It's like I feel like there's a misconception that happens when we say the planet and we say humans and we like separation. Because I don't think we're separate. My belief, right? This is my perspective. Like I there's something that happens when we think about nature as this thing that's out there, and here we are, and nature's this
especially
other
the further
thing.
we separate it from buildings and brick. Yeah.
Right, but yes, there's that too. But even before we get to that, it's like I want to just say in the languaging, I think it's important to recognize that we are nature. Nature is us. We're actually not. It's not that we're separate from nature. I feel like that there in our languaging, in the very way that we talk about nature, there's often this separation that just happens immediately just by saying like us and them, right? There's like this duality that's created. And what I like to help us remember in presence, I'd like to presence now, is that nature is working through us. We are in fact nature, and there is an experience, this self-realization, this self-awakening, this mirroring that's happening with nature, seeing herself through this human experience, if that makes sense. And so I feel that like what's happening right now on the planet, when we think about why are humans here, what is our mission, what is our role here, it's a great question. I don't know that I have the answer to it, other than I feel what my experience is that it's this awakening. I'm here to wake up to myself and to recognize that I'm in fact no different than this lake here, this beautiful volcanoes, than you, right? And then even this technology, that I'm not separate from this. This is all a relationship that's primordial, that comes back to, this is fire. This technology right here, you feel the heat coming off of it, that electricity coming through there, that 110 volts or 240 or whatever, right? And back to some generator somewhere that's generating that power by sun, by coal, by fire, right? By nuclear, by some form of fire. And it's evolved all of this stuff, that fire. And us as two-leggeds, I think of all of the beings on the planet, all of the sentient, all of the animals, right? We were gifted fire. We were gifted it. We were gifted the power of how to have a relationship with fire. And are we always in good relationship? No, obviously. And part of that is that our technology, fire, is out of control. It's burning like way faster than we know how to even manage it ourselves. And that's one of the big questions and one of the big kind of pieces to, I guess, the discourse, you could say, that I like to bring up and help one another remember, is that we're fire keepers, first and foremost. And that's our responsibility. And literally all the other critters on this planet are like looking to humans like, what the fuck? Like, would you guys please like take care of your job? Like, you guys are not doing a good job of tending to the fire. Literally. And that's why everybody is like, so many are dying and suffering or disappearing from this planet, because we're not doing our part as nature, stewarding the fire, as fire keepers. That's our job. That sacred motion of creating that fire that our ancestors have been doing since the beginning, like we've forgotten that, and we've almost taken it for granted. Again, it's funny because it's turned into other forms, and fire's taken all these forms of our tech.
We feel it further separate than nature, even though it came from this planet.
It is this
mind
planet.
From this planet. It is this planet.
It is a planet. Even the plastic, right? The plastic. It's all of the components, right? All of the toxicity that we've generated is in fact still nature. And so it's like we're literally acting like this really interesting catalyst right now to, I think, and this is all my opinion, so totally disagree with me. Just like for what it's worth. But my experience is that we're in this to catalyze and bring all this stuff up right now, and I feel what we're being invited to do, now that we've made a big mess, because that's what we see, I feel. And I feel it, and we've done a lot of trauma, we've done a lot of damage because we've been ignorant, and I think we've forgotten. So I feel what it's about right now is the human being, the Homo sapien, the wise ape, is being invited to remember. To remember that we are in fact the nature, and that we are fully responsible for it, and to reclaim our responsibility, and that is the ability to respond. And so we're being asked to take that responsibility right now and to reclaim. And now let's take, the fire's out of control, but you know what? It's not too late, because it's a choice right now. I get to choose right now how I want to respond. And so I could respond by saying, I don't give a shit, or it's too late, or
this isn't me.
Or this isn't me, that's your problem.
Yeah.
I'm going to go right back into my virtual reality.
Yeah.
Or we can put it down and say, hey, how do I use these tools, reclaim the power that I've been gifted with this voice and with this body that is made of all the elements and is nature and is natural. And how do I now take responsibility and work with my brother and build that community to reclaim our role and to stand and rise into the role as guardians of the earth and fire keepers. And that's the prayer, brother. That's what all I know to do for me as an individual is to do that through my gifts that Creator gave me this time around, which is through music and building community through music. And that's it, you dance.